Well, a hearty good evening to you wherever you may be. Yes, 2 weeks in a row, it may be a new record, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. It is time for Champion Brothers, ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or
Let's talk some Southern gospel. How about it?
indeed it is that time. Right over there is Neal.
Yes, and that might be Chris right there. A little bit
We're going to get
further.
that down
Oh,
one
I
of
was
these days.
close. Yeah,
All this left is right and right is left and all that. But anyway.
my,
But
my.
yes, we are back to talk about we're going to do things a little bit different tonight. Of course, if you've been with us very long, you know pretty much every time we get together, it's a little bit different. In some ways expected, some ways unexpected. But we're going to clear all that up. But as always, the first thing we want to tell you about is a special event that is coming up real soon. Tell them about it, Earl. Slide over and get out of the way and let them see that poster real good.
11/11, November the 11th, Saturday night. The Mile and Hayes family are coming to Fayette, Alabama. One of the top singing families in all of gospel music these days. Solid harmony. You're talking about blood harmony. Mom, dad,
Mm-hmm.
3 kids. You don't get no more blood harmony than that. Um, and they will really bless your hearts. And that Saturday night, November 11th, they're coming to Fayette, to the Fayette Civic Center. We'll start at 6 p.m. Usually open doors about 5. Faithful Friends will sing a few. Chosen Witness will sing a few. And then it'll be a Mile and Haze kind of night.
Yes,
So we
sir.
hope everybody will plan on coming and being with us. The Champion Brothers are bringing it back. What is it?
So
Well, it's Southern gospel music right there in the area where we grew up, where Chris still lives, right there in that area. And who
yeah.
knows? I might wind up back there one day. So,
Wait, do we have more breaking news tonight?
no, not more breaking news tonight. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was just
But
curious.
hang on just a minute. I gotta adjust my head ears here. Hang on just a minute.
Okay. Your head ears.
Yeah,
Okay.
my head ears. And isn't
As
that what
opposed
these
to your
things
feet
are officially
ears.
called? These things right here. Ain't that my head ears?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
But y'all
Mama's
come and
watching
see
too. Hey,
us.
mama.
Hey, Mama. How you doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
big
she's
plans to
been
come.
active on the Facebook today, I noticed. So,
Yeah, she told me about something she had shared, and she showed it to me right there on her device. So yeah,
yes. So, appreciate that. So, but yes, we have got that. Now, when we were talking about what we were going to do tonight, because you're the executive producer of the show. If we were
okay,
doing it in TV terms, I'm the technical director, I guess, because I push most of the buttons.
all
And he
right.
froze up on us. There you are. There you are. I didn't know if you was just being real still or if your internet stopped for a second, but but so you basically come up with what we're going to do each week, and I love this one because you said I just want to take one album from one of the groups that we love through the years, and we're just going to feature that. And it's for some of you it may be from out of left field, but if you've been watching us very long, you know of our reverence for this group and one member in particular. But tell them who we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about the Blue Ridge Quartet. What a volume of work they left behind for all of the years the Blue Ridge Quartet sang. And the one member Chris is speaking of is Mr. Ed Sprouse, who we got the chance to know in his later years. And just when we first met him and got to know him, he was just the nicest man, and we loved him. And then we found out he spent 15 to 16 years traveling on the road with the Blue Ridge Quartet, and then we got
Yep.
nervous every time we was around him. So,
Indeed. And
but
I was, we were, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is on my
sorry.
thought process. It rolled around the front. If I don't say it, I'll forget it. But you've heard that old adage, don't meet your heroes, you'll be disappointed. And I was thinking about that today and how honored we were to get to meet Mr. Ed, who became one of our heroes. And as you just said, one of the nicest people you could ever want to be around. And we've talked before about folks that encouraged us through the years, and he definitely did that. But I was like, I wouldn't rank one above the other, so I would do them like a one and a one, just tied for first. I'd say with Jake S as to people that made the biggest impact on me through the years, and people that I just admired and revered and were fantastic gentlemen too. and always pointing others to Christ. And I always appreciated that so much. But Mr. Ed was very, very special to us, and brought us all this music. I'm sure you have found many of their albums in your travels and searches as you've become the record collector that I admire and
Yeah,
love so much too. But Mr. Ed gave us more Blue Ridge Quartet music than we knew what to do with at one time,
he
and it has
did.
been such a joy getting to go back and listen to that. And it's like, wow, Mr. Ed had it going on. I'm telling you, and
He
we'll hear
did.
some evidence of that tonight. But
Yeah, listening to those CDs, I mean, this became my favorite one that he had done, and then
mhm.
I was thrilled the day I walked up to that Goodwill store and was flipping through a pile, and there it was, the actual record itself. I see our buddy Les Butler doing this all the time, so I'm gonna copy Les here.
Yeah,
There it is,
that's a
right?
good one to copy.
That's the record I'm talking about.
Yep.
And right there at that Goodwill, just a waiting on me. I'm
Look
talking
at
about. I
there.
was
Do you
thrilled.
remember where? Because I know you go in one all over the country, but
I told Loretta that I wished I had started from the beginning recording where I got each one, but no, I did not. It could have been anywhere between here and the Northeast or all the way out west to the West Coast because we traveled
yep.
all over and I hit every Goodwill I had the time to find and stop and go in. So,
Hmm.
and
But we'll
speaking of
be
Les
showing you
Butler,
that up
Bill,
on the screen as we play these songs tonight.
yeah,
But I want to, because when I was looking at it and listening back through these songs and all this, and I'm going to put this up there, this may cover us up both. I don't know if we can slide over or
oh,
not,
that's
but
all right.
that's the back cover. And I was amazed at the fact that, number one, although this wasn't an RCA Victor recording, it was recorded at the RCA studios in Nashville. And a couple of those guys that played instruments, Lightning Chance was one that if you pull out any record from the 1950s and 60s, not to go all Eddie Stubbs on you, but he was one of the top studio bass players back in the day. And then you see down there where it says Vibes, Boots Randolph. And I was shocked to see that because
Yeah,
usually when you hear Boots Randolph, you think of the saxophone and the vibes. And I was thinking about that. Well, how do you, if somebody doesn't know what the vibes are, it looks like a xylophone, but you'll see them a lot of times in marching bands and that kind of thing, but or concert bands. But in these first two or three songs that we'll play tonight features those. Oh well, here, let me get that off the screen. There you go. You can see that a lot of, but yeah, right
yeah.
there, Vibes, Boots
Oh,
Randolph. And then right next to that, look at that rhythm guitar, Rex Nealon. Because
I had
the
not
Lefevres,
noticed.
Maurice Lefevre produced this record, and it was put out on the Sing Recording Company. And then down there under your hand, talks about it was recorded or manufactured by the RCA Victor Custom Division.
Wow.
So, and then you see that seal up in there that's not to be confused with the real Southern Gospel logo, which when I turn my camera off, you'll see that, but it's got those
Yeah.
little pointies on it. But the Blue
Uh-huh.
Ridge Quartet was part of the gospel singing caravan that the Lefevres and a lot of other groups were part of. So it all
Yep.
kind of tied together. But when I saw Lightning Chance and Boots Randolph, and then see Rex Nealon play the rhythm guitar on it, and I was like, man, that's cool. But the lineup of this group, and we'll have the little picture that you see on the cover, but it was George Yance singing bass. And I'm like, well, shoot, they should have let Rick. Oh no, George is on there. Never mind.
Yeah. Right.
And
Uh-huh.
Bill Crow singing baritone, which he took over when Jim Hamill left in 1960. I was doing a little bit of digging today to make sure I was right on that. And Bill Crow stayed basically till the end of the Blue Ridge Quartet. And then
Right.
Elmo Fag singing lead, and Mr. Ed Sprouse, the tenor singer, and then Kenny Gates on the piano. Hello, Megan. Megan's home.
Yeah.
But
And did
they
you know
they
this?
forevermore did some great songs, and I interrupted your chain of thought and just kept on talking. So you go back now.
No, that's all right. Right then, I was just going to interject that. Did you know that Crow,
Bill Crow.
Bill Crow, was the
Yep.
nephew of Elmo Fagg.
I did
Elmo
not know
Fagg
that.
was his uncle. So
Wow. There you
I
go. Odd facts known by few.
I did some research today too.
That's
So he
good.
went to sing with Uncle Elmo and then took the group all the way to its end, like you said.
I never knew that. So,
Yeah.
well, that's neat. So
Yep.
we're just going to go through. I don't know how this is going to work out. There's 12 songs on this record, and I don't see any reason why we can't play them all. We might play some back to back, or we might, whatever. But we're just going to start, there again. Let me put that up there. You see side one, cut one, and we're just going to go down the list there and play them. And like I said, listen to the vibes. I don't know how to describe it, but you'll know what I'm talking about when it gets there. But this first song from the Blue Ridge Quartet Passing Through record called Sweet Peace Within.
His love we have found, we'll thank Him for saving our life from sin. Thank God for His giving sweet peace within. Sweet peace within, my heart will always ring. When I stand with Him, the angels will ever sing. They will sing songs of gladness, their sawdust trail at the old camp meeting where the sinners cry rang with travail. How the fire did fall when their prayer reached heaven at the old camp meeting down the sawdust trail. I saw my dear old broken-hearted mother on her knees with her head bowed low in prayer. It was for me that she was praying that I would find Jesus there down the sawdust trail at the old camp meeting where the sinners cry rain with travail. How the fire did fall when their prayer reached heaven at the old camp meeting down the sawdust trail, down the sawdust trail at the old camp meeting where the sinners cry rang with travail. How the fire did fall when their prayer reached heaven at the old camp meeting down the sawdust trail.
The Blue Ridge Quartet and Down the Sawdust Trail. I also heard there the first song we heard tonight was called Sweet Peace Within here on Champion Brothers broadcast. And we're just featuring the Blue Ridge Quartet tonight and that album, that particular album called Passing Through. And I'm going to put that back up. We're looking at it, but I was going to refer to a couple of things. But we told you earlier who the members were, but left to right, as you look at it, and they're standing in the traditional quartet lineup there. But Ed Sprouse on the far left, and Elmo Fag, Bill Crow, George Yance, and Kenny Gates was the five members of the Blue Ridge Quartet. I know that sounds funny, but look at that bus. Well, I'm not going to go into it now because I want to listen to more music, but the back of the album right here, Maurice Lefebvre wrote the liner notes, and a large part of it is talking about their bus. So we'll visit that here in just a minute if I can get my spectacles on enough to where I can see it. But some mighty good singing there. And the vibe that we talked about that Boots Randolph played was that the fill part in the verses. And if you heard it, you know what I'm talking about there. But
Yep.
That's some mighty fine stuff. Stylistically, those two songs are a lot alike, and you'll see that pattern again a little bit later in the album. But when I was listening to it, I was like, travail. Now there's a word that you don't hear in Southern gospel music very much. Where the sinners cry, or what was it? You heard the sinners cry with travail or something like that, but that word that stuck out to me. And there's another word, and I don't know if we'll do a contest or not, but there's another word is which song has the word manifestation in it, coming up a little bit later. So
Yeah.
I was like,
definitely,
well, travail and manifestation. You don't hear that too much in Southern
I've
gospel
took
songs.
note of that word every time I've heard that song because you don't hear that very often. It
and it
works.
just fits in there rhythmically so perfectly. I was always, when I was listening to that, Johnny Deering came to my mind because he taught me several songwriting classes, even though I've never attempted to write very much. But uh, so anyway, say hey to some folks. Judy Armstrong listening to it. Miss Judy, I still have failed you. I have not got your albums in the mail yet, but I will. I promise I will. It may take me a year, but no, hopefully it won't take that long, but I will get them to you. It's like every time I see it, I was like, shoot, I hadn't sent those to her yet. And I remember it again. And then you popped them up during the songs there, but saying hey to Randall Sutherland joining us and talking about Bill Crow. What a baritone. That man is good. And
Yes.
Boo Shaw says he loves the old stuff. Boo, we got to get you a new picture. I know that's your grandyoungin and all, but everybody thinks that's you. And I was like, no, Boo don't wear a crown.
Yeah.
He thinks he should, but he probably.
At times.
But anyway, I wanted to say hey to you, but y'all check in with us, and we appreciate hearing from everybody tonight. If you want to make a comment, we'll comment back if it's noteworthy.
There you go. That's right.
Sometimes I don't refer to don't call them all, but that's all right too. But all right, hush, Chris.
And just to
Neal,
keep
you got anything you say?
now, just to remember, we started this some time back to let you know about events we're going to have, and we're having three. We're having our last one this year is in November, and then we're having 3 more next year in Fayette. And we announced last week we're having 3 in Vernon next year, so we're doubling up. Next year, going to be 6 different events. So we just really we want to see if you really want to have more Southern gospel music in the area. If you do, you need to come out and be a part, help support it, because just a free offer. It's free admission, but then we ask you to give a generous offering to support and so that it can continue. And we'll keep having these and talking about one of the things that my brother and I love, and that is Southern gospel music and all aspects of it. We'll keep talking about that while we keep reminding you about these events. So, hey, let's play some more Blue Ridge.
All right, let's get on to cut number 3 of side 1, and it's one called Valley of My Dreams.
There's a place in heaven waiting when my life down here is through. It's built by Jesus, my Lord and Master, for the good and for the true. There the flowers will be blooming, beauty rare in everything. There the sun will keep on shining in that valley of my dreams. I am going to that valley, peaceful valley of my dreams. I am going to that valley.
the sailors tossing on the deep blue sea.
Through the long night watches, may thine angels spread their white wings above, watching round my bed. When the morning wakens, then may I arise, pure and fresh, and sailors lend us in thy holy eyes.
The Blue Ridge Quartet. That one is called Now the Day is Over here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And we are just going through that 1963 album from the Blue Ridge Quartet called Passing Through. And Brad Shackelford says, love it, guys. So do we, man. Thank you for stopping by, Brad. Always good to see you. Mandy Moss checked in as well as Blaine Rayleigh. Thank y'all. I was thinking about that earlier. I saw that some folks were watching us on the SBM Studios Facebook page, and I guess we can be the old guys. So do we need to rename this thing Southern Gospel Backward? Because Scott and them's doing theirs called Southern Gospel Forward with all the young'uns, and we're playing the old stuff, and we're old, so we may just be back and say Southern Gospel Backward. I don't know.
No, that's not. We're just playing real Southern gospel. That's all.
Yes, that's
what
right.
Lance does.
And I was looking because I was just doing detective work because I was looking at that picture on the cover, and I'm on a different tab right now, Neil. So if you want to pop it back up there while we're talking about it, I'm trying to figure out what that building is. Did you do any research on that?
You know, I didn't, but that would be a good thing to know for sure.
And my first guess that it's the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium in Spartanburg, South Carolina. But I went and pulled up some pictures, and the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium was built in 1951, so that would work. But unless they did a major overhaul of it, I don't think it's it, just based on what I'm seeing on recent pictures and Google Maps and all that. And then there was another clue that up here in the just above the bus, you can see a house up on a hill. And
Oh,
so
sure
I was
can.
like,
I didn't even
then
notice
I
that.
was thinking, well, if they recorded it at RCA, and then I hadn't done it yet, but I was looking at that down in the lower left-hand corner, photography by Harry Whittington. I'm wondering if I may do some more digging on that. Because I don't know why, but that building is vaguely familiar to me. I don't know if I've been to it or what, but it looks vaguely familiar. And I may not have ever been there, but I don't know. So we may continue some detective work before we get out of here tonight.
Yeah,
But let's see here. Larry Stockton says hello from Asheville, North Carolina. Hey, Larry, glad you're joining us tonight. And he said, try Sing Music Company. So I don't know if that means if that's what that building is or not. I don't know. But maybe we may have a deal. And Brad says, we just need that old bus. What is it? Was it there was a name for those that were like that with the flat front and then the little rise up a little bit. But
yeah, I
I
don't
don't know my mechanical terms as much as I would. Somebody might want to clue me in on that. 4104 was what jumped in my head, but I think that's the kind of engine or whatever, wasn't it? But I don't know. I don't know all my bus stuff. We'll talk about the bus in a little bit, but because they talk about it on the back. But yeah, Ken comes in. He knows all about buses. Scenic Cruiser. Yeah, that's what it was. And Larry says, yes, he thinks that was the Sing Music Building. Okay. Well, man, was that? I'm assuming that. Yeah, that was in Spartanburg because the address is on the back. So, see the rabbit trails that we get on.
That's all right. And the listeners help us figure it out. I like that.
Yep,
And the
that's
viewers and
true.
the people and the folks and all them.
You were talking earlier about the other events that we've got coming up. You just want to run through right quick the ones that we have confirmed?
We can, yeah. The very next one is that November the 11th that we mentioned earlier, which is at Fayette Civic Center. We're going to have the Mile and Hayes family come into town. Definitely can't wait for that because, as I've mentioned before, I haven't seen them just by themselves before in concert. I say by themselves, I mean as the featured artist that night.
Right.
They've always been on a program with a lot of other nationwide artists when I've seen them before. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting to hear them and let them come and minister to us, which is what this is all about anyway.
Yeah.
And then our first one in Vernon, Alabama for next year is going to get us started in January. It's going to be there at the Vernon City Complex, which has an auditorium in it, the old high school, Lamar County High School auditorium. Which, okay, Chris, what nationally known and historic Southern Gospel quartet did you and I see in concert in that Lamar County High School auditorium?
That would be the Blackwood Brothers.
You are correct, sir. You win the prize, whatever it is. Anyway, I just wondered if you remember that. I sure did.
Yes, I can't remember. I think we talked about it on here at some point, but one of the things that I left with that night was that was the longest record pitch, which I didn't even know what to call it then. But that dude stayed up there and talked about the records and the Russia and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, dude, just sing. Well, anyway, I'm talking about Cecil, but anyway.
Oh boy,
it's almost embarrassing that was my takeaway from that singing. That dude sure did talk a lot of asking for money, but yes, that was at the Lamar County High School auditorium.
Right, I remember Ken Turner and playing his trombone and doing all of his sounds and wearing out some bass singing. Anyway, that's where we're going to have our 3 events next year in Vernon. Champion Brothers bringing it back, bringing the Southern Gospel music back to that area and into that historic auditorium there for Lamar County, Alabama. That's a historic auditorium. And we're going to have United Voice. United Voice is going to be coming. They're based in the Little Rock, Arkansas area. Mike Franklin is the tenor singer that for years traveled with Mr. Gerald Williams and the Melody Boys Quartet. And Mike is a part of United Voice, and they will bless your hearts, I promise you. Even though I haven't seen them in person, I've listened to their music and I know Mike, and so I know they're going to bring it that night. No doubt about it. So Vernon, Alabama, January the 27th, 6 p.m. is when we'll start. Just like in Fayette, Faithful Friends will sing a few, Chosen Witness will sing a few, and then United Voice will have the night and be featured there. So,
and talking about United
Fayette,
Voice,
free admission, only a love offering to get in, and we just hope you'll come, you'll support. We'll keep bringing fantastic Southern Gospel music to that area if you folks will come out and join us.
If you go to championbrothers.com, you can see all the archives of the shows, and Mike was on with us, and we played some United Voice music. So if you didn't remember it or want to go back and refresh yourself, just look for that one that had, I don't know which, it was last season, I guess you could say, but I don't remember which episode and all that. But just go through there and the one that Mike Franklin was on with us, and you can listen to some United Voice music on there. So
right, yeah, and we'll be playing some heading up to that as well. And you mentioned championbrothers.com. Yeah, let me point that out. That's if you'll use championbrothers.com in your web browser, what that'll do is take you to the Champion Brothers YouTube channel. And if you want to watch us long-term, long-going, that's really the place that will be our primary home eventually. Is the YouTube channel there. You can go on there, you can click the subscribe button, and it'll always let you know when we're going to go live. Like Chris said, you can get back and see all the reruns. If you want to watch another show again, they're all going to be right there. You can actually you can subscribe, but you can also, there's a little bell symbol on there. Look for the little bell and you click it and it'll notify you So
Yep.
subscribing, like when you're logged into YouTube, you can always go there and see everything, but the notify will actually pop up on your computer somewhere anytime we're going to go live and let you know. So
And while you were
championbrothers.com.
talking about that, I was going back and went to Champion Brothers, and of course we've already established that my memory's pretty much gone, but it was earlier this year when we had Mike on. It was season 2, episode 6, about
Okay.
5 months ago. So if you want to go there and you can hear our conversation with Mike and listen to some United Voice music that night, or if you want to get re-familiar with them. You want to go ahead and do the other two right quick, or play some more songs, or what?
Yeah, we can do that. We know that in March of next year, um, back in Fayette, that'll be our first one in Fayette, Alabama next year. We're going to have Master's Voice. Master's Voice is out of Oklahoma. They actually don't come east of the Mississippi that often. Most of theirs is out west, is the area they cover. I mean, they're definitely broader than just a little regional group. They sing a lot, but they just don't come east that much. And we had this prime opportunity that it just lined up with some other events to be able to bring them. Now, Loretta and I saw them live and in person at the Memphis Quartet show, and they just really blessed my heart. It just impressed me. I mean, the night they were on, they were, my top set of the night, to be honest. And there was all the great quartets were in Memphis Quartet show, and I just really loved their set. And didn't even really think about it then, but later I thought, boy, I wish they could come to Fayette. And I just happened to look at their schedule, and what do you know? They're going to be in this part of the country. I wonder, and sometimes you don't have because you don't ask. I called them up and talked to them, and sure enough, it all worked out. They're going to be with us there in Fayette, Alabama, Master's Voice. And we'll definitely be introducing you to some more of their music. That's the quartet there in the picture, the vocals. They actually have live musicians that travel with them. And I was talking to the main guy, and he was telling me, he said, now when we come live and when we're on an event like that, like at Memphis Quartet show, they didn't do this, but when they're a featured group, they have a request time. So that's something for you to look
Oh,
forward to.
yeah.
They'll have a time second set where they'll just say, holler out a song. And if one or more of us can come up with the words, and we'll just take off and do it. And so people will love that. I'll love that. I'm going to think of one that I hope trips them up, and one that they can really do good and try to holler that out. Anyway, Master's Voice, that's going to be in March next year in Fayette, Alabama. And one other one that we do have booked, and that's the one in Vernon, which would be the next one in line, which would be June 1st. We're having Sound Street is going to come to Vernon, the Vernon City Complex. Now, Sound Street, Jared Vanderslice and his daughter, and their friend from Oklahoma. Okay, his name slips me. We'll be telling you a
It's
lot
all
about him
right.
later, but
We're used to that by now on
yeah,
both of our sides.
Jared pastors a church in Waynesboro, Mississippi, so he won't have all that far to come. Their friend that sings with him is coming from all the way from Oklahoma, is where he lives.
Yeah.
But they are an up and coming group, solid as a rock, solid harmony. I really loved hearing them when I've been able to, and I was just tickled when I found out this would be able to work out that date. Now we're doing singings every other month, but basically now, since we're starting 3 in Vernon, like we had 3 in Fayette, they were every 4 months, but now Vernon's going to be right in between each time. So basically every other month. So May is when it's usually going to fall in Vernon. This year, the May dates just did not work, and June 1st worked out perfect. So we're going to say that on May the 32nd, we're going to have Sound Street in Vernon, Alabama. All right. Some of y'all will figure that out if you think real hard.
Yes.
But
Yes.
hey, that's a lot of them. And we've got the others that are almost, they're almost where we can tell you about them. And so there's going to be 6 top-notch Southern gospel concerts in Vernon and Fayette next year. We just hope y'all want it really bad. And if you come and you support, we'll know you want it really bad.
Absolutely. Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. We're going back to 1963, the year of Neal's birth.
The year I discovered America.
There
Yes.
you go. And playing the Blue Ridge Quartet, their album called Passing Through. We're down to the last 2 songs of side 1. So let's pick that back up and pick it back up with one called My Savior Cares for Me.
me
on the
cross of Calvary. And when I am feeling low, on my knees in prayer I go. I know my Lord
will
meet me there,
and will
all my burdens share. Yes, my Savior cares for me. By my side He'll always be, through the day and through the night. I will be within His sight. In this world I'll never roam. He will lead me straight to home. It's wonderful,
my
friend, to see
how my
Savior cares for me.
He is all the world to me, and wherever I may be, if it be upon the mountain high or upon the stormy sea, when my life down here is o'er, I will dwell on heaven's shore. It's wonderful, my friend, to see how my Savior cares for me.
Yes, my Savior cares for me. By my side He'll always be, through the day or through the night. I will be within His sight. In this world I'll never roam. He will lead me straight to home. It's wonderful,
My
friend, to see
how my
Savior cares for me. if you will believe, believe in the love that made you free and caused him to die at Calvary. It was love that held him on the cross. It was love that made him pay the cost. It was love. It was love. Now I can plainly see. It was love, wonderful love he had for you and me.
Music from the Blue Ridge Quartet. That one is called It Was Love here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And we are reliving 1963's Passing Through album from the Lefevre, that had some Lefevres doing it, produced it from the Blue Ridge Quartet. And the reason I said Lefevre is I was doing some more detective work. And again, thank you. Let me go back to the comments. Larry Stockton, who said that that picture on the cover was the Sing Music Building. And although I didn't find a current picture of it, still doing some, but I did find this. Let me go back and find that. But check this out. This is not the whole album, but it's the best I could do in a pinch. But there's the Songs of Happiness album from the Lefevres. Boy, that building looks familiar, doesn't it? And that's set up. And so Maurice Lefevre produced that album that we're listening to tonight. But there's the Lefevre's Songs of Happiness, and then there's your Blue Ridge Quartet. So same concept, same building, different group.
There you go.
I thought that was pretty neat.
For sure.
But that was some good singing there. We heard My Savior Cares for Me, and then wrapped up side one with It Was Love. And the pattern so far is that they've all been just kind of slow, easy, hit you in the heart kind of songs. And that we've been listening to so far. So we got side two coming up. You want to dive right in, or something else you want to talk about?
No, that's fine. Yeah, just remember 11/11. That's easy. 11/11. November
Yes,
11th. That's
yes,
when
Mile
Mile
and
and
Hayes
Hayes
family.
families come into town, come into Fayette. So just
Yeah.
keep that in your mind.
Quickly, let's say hey to a couple more folks that checked in with us. Peggy Matthews and my buddy Jimmy Campbell, fabulous steel guitar player right here in Fayette, Alabama, checked in with us. Good to see you, Mr. Jimmy. Appreciate you stopping by this evening. And if y'all want to hit that like button or that share button or make a comment, we'll say hey to you too. This ain't Romper Room. We can't look through the magic camera and see you sitting on the other side of it. But so let's get back to the Blue Ridge Quartet Passing Through album. Let's start off on side two, cut one, and He's Living in My Heart.
When I'm sad and lonely, all alone and blue, I call on the Lord. When the devil tempts me, I don't know what to do. I call on the Lord. When in humble manifestation I feel His presence near, a feeling o'er me rolls. It's love, wonderful love, living deep within my heart.
Oh, I don't know why I love him so. Oh, I don't know why he cheers my heart so. I don't know why he lives within my heart.
But there's one thing that I know, He will never depart.
Oh, I don't know why
find him there, reached out, touched the hand of the Lord.
Touch the hand that was nailed to a cruel tree.
A hand that has power, yet so tender it can be.
And when troubles assail you, this hand will never fail you. Reach out, touch the hand of the Lord. Touch the hand that was nailed to a cruel tree.
A hand that has power, yet so tender it can be.
And when trouble assail you, this hand will never fail you. Reach out, touch the hand of the Lord.
That's the Blue Ridge Quartet and Touched the Hand of the Lord here on the Champion Brothers broadcast this evening. Thank you for putting up that picture. You can see them a lot better on that one.
You can, yeah, that is the same lineup that's on that album. And yeah, you can definitely see old George down there. Those are familiar with the Cathedral Quartet and George Johnson, lower right, and Mr. Ed Sprouse right there in the center. Boy, just
Yep,
was he not tearing that tenor up? Let me tell
I'm
you,
telling you.
as he did every time we ever saw him, right up until probably the year he passed. Even he was 90 years old, he was still singing those high notes.
Yep. And I was thinking about that the other day. He sang with the Crossleys and Mr. Henry Morgan,
Right?
and the old timers, they called themselves. And I
Yeah,
think
and
we're
he
at the age now that they were when when
when we first saw him,
when we first saw them. So, but yeah,
yeah, I
that's some
remember
good stuff.
they always
Go ahead.
had the words up there, which that's one of the ways that I know I'm about there too. Yeah, because we always have our insurance when we sing when Chosen Witness sings. But I can remember the old timers would have the words up there, and Mr. Ed Sprouse would never even glance at them one time. I mean, he knew
Mm-mm.
every word to every song they did. I took note of that. He never looked at those words. It was
That's
almost like
training right there.
it was like it was an insult to him to have them words in front of him. But he always, I mean, every time we saw him, and if we were singing there too, we at the time were in the Bama Boys, and he would always compliment, always say, "Good job, boys," and he would always say, "Good harmony." I can
Yep.
remember him saying those words, "Good harmony."
Yep.
And coming from him, it's like, I mean, yeah, we worked to try to make sure we didn't double up or didn't twin, as our buddy Johnny used to say, and to get
Yep.
the parts in there. But he took note of that. He'd always say, "Good harmony."
There's some precious memories indeed. Hey, let's say hey to some more folks right quick. Our old pal Philip Fornell checking in, saying hello, man, and
Look,
good music. Don Dollar says greetings from the Gulf Coast. Bring me some shrimp back, Doug. Don, I appreciate that.
from the Gulf Coast, what do you know?
Yeah.
I'm
So
going to be
and
all in the middle of making sure that Southern Gospel comes to Vernon, Alabama, too.
yes, I was
Be
just
all
about to
about
say
this.
a super duper hat tip to Don Dollar. He has helped us out a plenty, and as well as Mayor Glenn Crawford. But we appreciate Don helping us put these Vernon dates together. And I'm almost too scared to put this up here. Um,
Yeah.
Billy Shaw. I talked about that a while ago, about he needed to change his picture. Billy Shaw comments, another good show, guys. I don't think that's Billy Shaw's picture right there. Billy Shaw, you better, if you hadn't already, you better go change that on the Facebook. We can't be
That'll
confusing
teach you,
people and
buddy.
people thinking that I've hijacked your account or something like that. Go change that. I'm not hearing that.
That'll teach you, buddy.
I'm looking back to see. Yeah, that's so. I'm commanding you right now. You'll never get another number one from Jax from me again. So,
Another inside from there. Yeah.
but yeah. So anyway, we're listening to the Blue Ridge Quartet album from 1963 called "Passing Through," and I said I was going to do this earlier, and I may turn my camera off because I want to put up my spectacles and read to you a little bit if I can get it to where I can see it, because I had to zoom it up the other day. But the back of this album is talking about their bus. Oh, you're gonna put it up there? Okay. Well, wait a minute. Let me take that
I
back.
could probably get it to where they could see it.
Yeah, do that and slide
We're
it
so
over.
proficient
Yeah.
now with all of this.
Now tilt it towards the screen, the top toward the screen a little bit, because I'm seeing that. But yeah, see, just take it back down. I'll just read it.
Yeah, just read it because the light's
Just take it back down so we don't confuse folks. But it talks about that it features a picture of the Blue Ridge Quartet's newest way of travel. And it says this coach is specially outfitted for the boys with all the comforts of home, and it should be, because they spend about 2,000 hours in their bus. Says the lower level features 8 reclining luxury seats, a snack bar and restroom. The upper deck houses the sleeping quarters, which includes 6 beds, individual closets, and a reading table. And then I love this part. It says the Blue Ridge Quartet secured another first in gospel music when they had a mobile telephone installed in their bus some 2 years ago. Their old bus, it says. And in case you need to call them, their new number is JL52306, and that's on channel JLTZ or JR. And you can also reach them when you're passing through on your CB radio, KDD 4541, I think it says. They monitor channel 11. So talking about ahead of their time. They had a mobile telephone on their old bus. I don't know. It doesn't say if they had one on that new bus or not. But I thought that was pretty cool too.
For sure.
So Blue Ridge Quartet, that's who we're listening to. Let's listen to a couple more right quick. This one is called Lord, I've Tried.
Lord, I'm unworthy. I've strayed from your side. Lord,
has been set free. I'm as happy as can be. In my heart I sing the praises of the King.
Of the King.
He will hear me when I call. I will give to him my all, and his love is the song I sing.
The song I sing
When I'm alone and facing this world's care,
I need
my friend
to
hold me up in prayer.
but the one who reigns
Up in heaven,
He
is the one I need most. Yes, He is the one I need most. I need the most.
The Blue Ridge Quartet, and he's the one I need the most here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. We're going through their 1963 album called Passing Through. That's it right there. And listening to some classic Southern gospel music tonight from the Blue Ridge Quartet. I'm glad you thought of this. We might start we'll just do an album feature. Oh, yeah, we need to notify the stations down the line. We're running over tonight, but it's our show and we can do what we want to. So
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And boy,
we've
if
already
we
gone
want to
past the hour mark, but that's all right because we still got 2 songs to go. And hey to Glenn Franklin. He checked in with us. Appreciate you stopping by tonight, Mr. Glenn. Thank you for that. And I think we're all caught up on howdying and commenting there. No, we're not. Virgil Merritt checked in, said hello. Hey, Virgil. Appreciate that. So thank you for stopping by tonight. So did you have a favorite off of this album? I mean, they're all so good, but it's hard to pick one.
Actually, probably my favorite one is the very first one we played, Sweet Peace Within. It's
Yeah.
just I don't have another song that I can compare it to. It's kind of just different to me. Yeah, that's one that I really
And
like.
I meant to say this a while ago when we played it, but he's living in my heart. Did the Bryant, singing Bryant's or the Fields family one do that? For some reason, I could hear them singing that. I don't know if they did or not, but
They may have.
I don't know why. Or maybe, I don't know, the old timers might have done it. I don't know.
It seems like Miss Mavis should have been singing it. If she
Yeah,
didn't.
that's what I'm saying. If they didn't, they should have.
That's right.
But anyway, we need to. Do you want to play the 2 songs and then recap with all the concerts, or do the concerts and then play the last 2 songs?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
We both-
So do both times.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll just play the songs once. But
All right. Well, let's just play these last 2 songs, then we'll come back and wrap it up and catch everybody up on the concerts that are coming up. This is 2 songs we have left. Jesus Is Everything to Me, and then Better Hurry Up. Of course, if you like me and came along a little bit later than 1963, you'll associate Better Hurry Up from the Happy Goodmans. But I like the Blue Ridge's arrangement. It's just enough different. I think I like it better than the Happy Goodmans, but I heard it first from the Goodmans. But let's listen to these last 2 songs off of this Passing Through album. This one is called Jesus Is Everything to Me.
Jesus, he's all to me. Jesus, he set me free. Jesus is such a friend indeed.
Oh yes, He walks with me, He talks with me, He tells me what I need.
Jesus is everything to me. Oh, the love that Jesus gave us when on the cross he died to save us. His precious love grows sweeter to me each day. And when our load's too much to bear it, he whispers, children, let me carry it. Then he brushes all my troubles away. Jesus, he's all to me. Jesus, he set me free. Jesus is such a friend indeed.
Oh yes, He walks with me, He talks with me, He tells me what I ought to be.
Jesus is everything to me. on the blue sky. It must be so wondrously fair, never seen by mortal eye. We know soon he's coming again from his heavenly throne. We shall leave this earthly domain when he comes to claim his own.
You better hurry up,
Hurry up,
hurry up,
get ready to go.
you better hurry up,
Hurry up,
hurry up.
no time to be slow. If you want to ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and his chosen crowd,
You better
hurry up,
hurry up,
get ready to go. Soon the mighty trumpet shall sound, rolling back the blue sky. Sinner friend, where will you be found when the sainted millions rise? What an awful day it will be with your chances all gone. Ne'er again your love will you see while eternity rolls on.
You better hurry up,
Hurry up, get ready to go.
you better hurry up,
Hurry up, no time to be slow. If you want to ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and his chosen crowd,
you better hurry up,
get ready to go. Give your heart to Jesus today, oh, why longer refuse? Let him wash your sinful away, he's the only one to choose. Do not wait until it's too late, let him be your true guide. Enter in at mercy quite gate, it is standing open wide.
better hurry up,
Get ready to go.
you better
Hurry up, no time to be slow. If you want to ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and his chosen crowd,
You better
hurry up, get ready to go.
The Blue Ridge Quartet, and you better hurry up here on the Champion Brothers broadcast, trying to get everything stopped and all that good stuff and back on and things and deal and where's Neal and all that kind of. There he is. There, all
He's
right,
right
now
here.
you're back. But yeah,
Oh,
that's some
he's
good
not.
stuff right there. And Miss Judy Armstrong said, really enjoying this good old quartet music. So are we. This has been mighty fun tonight. I was doing some more digging. I don't know what you had planned to say, Neal, but you'll have your chance in a second. But we were talking about the musicians, and Lightning Chance played the bass on it, the upright bass, or double bass as it's sometimes called. But he was a member of what they call the A Team in Nashville that played on just tons and tons and tons of country music and pop music hits, and then gospel music too through the years. And I was doing a little bit digging. His actual name was Floyd Chance. He got the name Lightning from being so fast on the football field, it says. And if you go back and listen to some old classic country music stuff, there's a few songs that Lightning Chance played on that you might be familiar with. One called Hello Walls by Fair and Young, not the Roadhog version of
Oh.
Hello Darling that also included Hello Walls. But
Hello.
yeah. He also played on Bye Bye Love by the Everly Brothers. And he played on the last recording session for a young country singer named Hank Williams that included 3 #1 songs, Your Cheating Heart, Kalijah, and Take These Chains From My Heart. So you've been listening to the bass playing of a guy that played on a ton of classic, especially country music through the years. But I thought that was pretty cool. That go listen to Your Cheating Heart, and the same guy that plays bass on that played bass on all these songs that we heard tonight. So I thought that was pretty cool. So
Indeed.
we got some concerts we need to tell you about.
We do.
You ready?
We do. Let's go.
When's the first one, or the
November
next one, I should say, that we're bringing back?
11/11. Champion Brothers bringing Southern Gospel back to the Fayette Civic Center in Fayette, Alabama. Faithful Friends will open up. Chosen Witness will do a few, and then the Mylan Hayes family will hit the stage. And I guarantee you're going to enjoy them. Now, anybody that's been there so far, I think you would definitely say we have had top-notch, rock-solid, good Southern Gospel music at each one of these events that we've had in Fayette last year and this year. And that ain't gonna change. Everyone that we have in Fayette and in Vernon, we're gonna bring you good music, solid music, people that are gonna minister to you, and we just want you to come and enjoy and support it. And that's how we'll know that we can just keep on doing it and keep on bringing it. So, my Hayes family, he and his wife, their three kids, and solid blood harmony. Uh, we grew up thinking about blood harmony, being two brothers singing with their daddy, but so we know that there's something to that, and my Hayes family will definitely demonstrate it that night, just like Endless Highway did last November. You kind of
Hmm.
see a pattern here. November seems to be our
Yes.
family group month, there in Fayette.
Indeed.
So yeah, y'all just come be with us. And then in January next year, yeah, it may be cold. Yeah, there may be some snow around or something, but y'all still just plan on being at the Vernon City Complex at the auditorium there, which is the former Lamar County High School auditorium. We're going to have United Voice all the way from the Little Rock, Arkansas area that night to bless us with gospel music. Mike Franklin is a part of that group that was with the Melody Boys Quartet for years. Also, Chris Bennett and Jeremy. I lost Jeremy's last name.
Ballinger.
Jeremy Ballinger, that's right. Is He's a full time pastor that sings with Mike in that group, and so I promise you, they're going to minister to you that night as the Champion Brothers bring Southern Gospel back to Vernon, Alabama, in some of these events that we're going to have there. Um, that's January. Uh, 2 more months later, that'll put it at what, March of next year. We're going to have Master's Voice at Fayette Civic Center. Master's Voice coming all the way from Oklahoma. And they blessed my heart at the Memphis Quartet show this year. I'm sure that there's going to be few people around the Fayette area that have heard them, especially in person. Now, if you look at the singing news, you'll see them and see about them. If you look at the singing news charts, you'll see Master's Voice on the charts. They've had many songs on there, um, and so I'm anxious for you to get to hear and meet and just experience a concert with Master's Voice. They're going to be there with us. The common thing, yes, faithful friends, chosen witness will share a few because we're helping. That's the two groups the Champion Brothers is in. No, we ain't in a battle with each other and split groups like a lot of church. I didn't say that. Um,
Easy.
no,
Easy.
just life is such that we are in these two groups and we love it. And each of us has filled in with the other group. So there you go.
Hmm.
And I mean, I laughed one year and told Chris that I said we need to we need to have Champion Brothers promotions and start having singing. This was like 5 or 6 years ago
Yep.
that I laughed and said that to him one day, and I'll be if Lord's not just. I mean, he's just putting it right there in front of us and making things work out to where we've got to do it, or we'd be just I'd be a heel if I didn't do it going forward.
Hmm.
So there you go, Master's Voice. And then in Vernon, Alabama, we've already got that one lined up. The next one, 2 months later, they're about June 1st. Sound Street's coming. They're based out of Waynesboro, Mississippi now, and they are a wonderful family-based group. Jared Vanderslice and his wife Jaylee, his daughter Jaylee, are part of that group. And yeah, I have really been impressed with them, with their sound, with the heart that they share. You can just tell that they're in it for sharing the gospel, the ministry of it. And I'm excited to have them in Vernon that night, Sound Street. And so,
Yep.
yeah, just keep put all these down. Just one of these times you watch one of these live streams, have your pen and paper ready and write these dates down and be plan on being there with us for sure.
Absolutely. I've had a ball tonight. Hope you have too.
I have enjoyed this, and if you hadn't, I am sorry. You ought to have. You're watching. So there you go.
About an hour and 25 minutes worth of just us reminiscing and playing some of our favorites from the Blue Ridge Quartet off of that album. And sure have enjoyed it, and reminding you of all the concerts that we got coming up. Put those down. We will be, I think we may, if the technology will hold. It's a shame that sometimes we're slaves to the technology these days when we're trying to do stuff like this. But do you want to talk about what may happen next week, or?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, next week is actually the National Quartet Convention in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Uh, my wife Loretta and I have been privileged over the years to be able to attend a lot of the NQCs. Started actually at the tail end of our honeymoon. we was
Yeah.
there. So we must like Southern gospel music, but we're being blessed again this year to be able to go. And so I'll be at the National Quartet Convention. I told Chris, yeah, he needs to go live, and I'll pop in there with my phone maybe, and just we'll talk a little bit at least about the
Yeah.
events we've got coming up. Who knows? There might be somebody standing beside me that can talk to you too. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, we
Yeah.
hope to bring you a little something live from the National Quartet Convention next week.
All right. We'll look forward to that. Have we decided which night it's going to be yet, or well, I don't
It's
know.
going to be the night you're about to say.
It'll probably be either Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I
Okay.
don't know for sure yet, but one of those two will probably be here. We'll work all that details.
Yeah.
My people to get with Neal's people and vice versa, and
There you go.
we'll get it worked out. But thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We sure have enjoyed it, and thank you to everybody that commented or liked or responded or whatever the case might be. Always glad to have y'all folks chiming in too. And we'll see y'all sometime next week. Y'all come back and see us now. You hear? Good night, everybody.